Have you ever met a talking plant? Well, neither have I. And most people are not likely going to, because plants don't talk. But that doesn't mean that they don't think or feel. In many ways, plants are a living species and they do act and react to certain things. So today we're going to discuss how plants think, why they're important, and finally how we can save them. So how does a plant think? We all know the anatomy of a plant and have somewhere along the line studied it in biology. And we know that plants do not have a brain. At least not the brain that we have. In a specific way, plants' brains are different, and they hold many characteristics that aren't like a brain, but they do cause them to have a conscious reaction. So we can specifically see how plants think through their consciousness and how they react. According to a book published in 2014 by John Carsten called The Anatomy of Green Brains, it says that plants can think and react to their surroundings. So we can look to specific examples, like the sunflower. As throughout the day, the sunflower follows the sun as it travels around. At the end of the night, the sunflower hangs its head at the ground. This happens because the sunflower knows it grows best with direct sunlight. Therefore, it follows the sun directly all throughout the day and repeats this cycle knowing that it helps it the most. Another popular and unknown fact is that most plants do not grow in thunderstorms. No, this doesn't mean that they're scared like humans and many animals are, but they fear that it will disrupt their roots and actually cause them to have more problems during the thunderstorm. So they temporarily quit growing for the minimal amount that it causes. Another popular thing is that most plants that are in the ground and have roots, they can be easily detected and they react and understand when their roots are going to be uplifted before it even happens. They use vibrations through the ground and are able to react to these extensions that happen around them. Now, I know this is strange to think that they think and have a consciousness, but it is true. And it is very important to us. So that's why we're next going to talk about why these plants are important to us. Yeah, I know, the cactuses and things around your house don't seem important, but they play a specific role in our lives. Plants are important for food and oxygen, looking to them as many more resources than just that, but we'll focus on those too. With food, we can see that we use over 70,000 plants just by ingesting them, whether it be leafy greens, their nuts, their fruits, or anything that they produce. They create fatty oils and acids that we need to survive and live on, and that's why they're very important to us. Seeing as when we were little, people always said you have to eat your greens. But it's not just about body health, but about keeping us alive. We need them to survive. According to the Botanic Gardens Conservation International, there are over 400,000 known species, and we use just about all of them for many different things. Plants are a large resource to humans, and we continue to only use them further, whether it be paper, face masks, or anything else you can think of. Plants are important to our daily lives, and they're not going to lose their importance anytime soon, considering that they provide oxygen, and most of us can't live without that. We can see that plants are very important to us. So therefore, we need to work on preserving them. So that leads to our last point, how we can help save them. This is crucial to us and our well-being. While chaining yourself to a tree might make a statement, there are many more efficient ways to help save these plants that are important to us in our daily lives. According to the CEF, Conserve Energy Future writes in 2009 an article of 25 great ways that you can help conserve plants. They talk about how the rotation of trees and cutting down and replanting. They also talk about being regular and planning out the cutting down of these trees so that more can be planted as this happens. Seeing that we are losing more and more forestation every year due to the fact that we need such things like paper. Now, I don't want to sound like a tree hugger and say recycle everything and conserve everything, because we know that's just impossible. But there are ways to conserve our plant life and to put back what we're taking away. Many of the plants can be replanted, and we can see that in things such as forest fires, we need this to happen because it doesn't only hurt our plants, but even our soil and other nutrients that humans need. Plants play a very large role in our everyday lives, without many even noticing it. The Conserve Energy Future also talks about how if we were to make these planned cutting down and planting of trees, it would allow communities to also grow and be better aware of what happens and why plants need to be made conscious of. Because most people don't realize the significance of their little plants sitting there because they can't talk to us. I may have not ever met a plant that could talk, but through scientific research, it is still clear to see that they are important while thinking and being able to react and feel things. Today, we discussed how plants think, why they're important, and the ways that we could help save them. Since the plants can't talk, someone has to talk for them. So therefore, I am. Thank you.